Everything has a straight path or a mustaqim. Even your brain, even your mind, even your spine, even your chakra system. That's why it's a mustaqim. It's a straight path. Right. And you know, so it's a time that you exercise that unrighteous side, that lower chakra, and it's a time to exercise that higher chakra.
Yeah, yeah.
Because at the end of the day, it's like if you're in a gym or working out or whatever, you probably want to go in the gym. You probably want to listen to Lil Jon, the East Side Boys, or something that's gonna get you hype, so you can work out. You want to exercise that lower chakra. You don't want to go in there and listen to something so scientific. You listening. You is making you think so much you can't really focus on the workout because you busy trying to science it out.
Right.
So you probably want to get some stuff that's real rugged, some Mobb Deep or something. So you're like, yeah. But then again, it's a time where you got to exercise that's still on that muskin, that straight path got to come up. So you be like, all right, now I'm sitting here, I'm reading, I'm studying, I'm doing knowledge, or I'm not drinking alcohol, and then you submit to not doing it. But at the end of the day, you go back to it, you like, damn, my righteous side submitted to my unrighteous side because I got to this club and I seen these women, they shaking, and I wanted to fit in. I grabbed that drink, I had that drink, and then I had 3 more drinks.
Yeah, then
you know,
fell victim.
Yeah, so you won't submit, period. Yeah. You understand? You ain't know, we already know, when you read the Message of the Black Man, chapter 1 and chapter 2, who is that mystery God? We already know there's no mystery God. Right. The original man has searched for the mystery God trillions and years. So, you know, at the end of the day, you God. You understand? So who submits? You don't, God don't submit to nobody but himself.
Exactly.
You have to submit.
Exactly.
You know, if your queen submit to you, all right. That's cool, but it's gonna be a time you submit to your queen too. What if your queen the only one in the house working?
What about when you a baby?
Yeah,
you know, a newborn baby, as we teach, you know, and
not even just that.
Of Islam, you know, that's why we say, you know, just like how the black man, you know, is a Muslim and a god. Well, she's a Muslima and she's a goddess, because at a certain point in her life, that's what she plays when you can't do for yourself. It's up to her to get you and feed you. It's up to her to change you. It's up to her to do, only for a certain period though of life. She's a god over you. You know, whether we accept that or not. Just like the Caucasian white man, the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, he's a god for just a certain point. But as we see in our lessons, it says after the year 1914, of course, he begins losing power. And now, you know what I'm saying, the real God, the true and living God, the supreme being black man now is, you know, being exalted back to his rightful position in the earth. Indeed. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, God, I mean, you know, like I said, it was just something I said, let me get with you and, you know, build with you on, you know what I mean? And, you know.
I think he fit to go, but anyway.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But yeah, you know, like I said, man, we're going to get back with more bills on this. Definitely, because all these new, you know, innovations and stuff with these teachings, I mean, hey, you know what I mean?
It's just crazy because, like I said, God, it's just, and it's never wrong with adding on.
Yeah.
But when you add on and it's not right and exact,
the lessons have to be used as a template. If you want to add on, that's cool. But it's just like how we was building on theory, you know, or belief, as people call it, or faith. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's something that, you know, it's okay to have faith. Ain't nothing wrong with having faith. But if do you got blind faith, or do you have faith that's based on scientific information or mathematical information that you know? That's what scientists call a theory. They base a theory off of information that they know unequivocally. They know this. So now I can kind of speculate and assume that I don't know for sure, but I do know this. And this is what that is built up off of. You see what I'm saying? So it's, you know, likewise, the same rule applies in terms of religion or in culture. You know what I'm saying? If one has faith, there's nothing wrong with having a baby has faith.
But God, to be honest, the thing about it is, when you got a mentality of the only person that can be a Muslim is a female, and because the female submits to Allah and the black man's Allah, when you got that kind of mentality, and you internalize that, you walk around, you look at a regular female as
it's almost
subordinate. Yes, it is subordinate, or you look at a regular Muslim, and you look at them as, man, you should submit to me. You understand? But there's nothing wrong with somebody submitting to you if you God. I'm talking about you really God. I'm talking about you showing, proving you God.
A righteous
because And when I say you God, I'm talking about financially, emotionally, everything. You're a leader.
Just like how the lessons say, are there any Muslims other than righteous?
True indeed.
Well, likewise, we could say, are there any gods?
That's what we say.
Other than righteous?
Yeah, because we use reverse polarities. But my thing is this. If you're a God, you saying you God, but you talking about, all right, I just shot this N-word on the street and I sold his mom some crack and all this other stuff. But you want somebody to submit to you for what? Why would this woman submit to you if you ain't even taking care of her?
If they submit to you, it's only because of fear. And fear, we know, is like gravity in the universe.
It's religious.
It's that other dimension that really doesn't exist, technically.
Sure
you know what I'm saying? So if someone fears you, love is more... Fear, I don't know if you ever hear that saying, fear is more stronger than love.
Yeah, go on.
Because somebody, if they love you, they ain't gonna, they'll mess you over because they'll be like, oh, he ain't gonna do nothing to me because he loved me. That's why, you know what I'm saying? Versus someone who fears you, they're not gonna F you over because they know, no, this nigga gonna kill me. He gonna kill my family. He gonna kill my daughters, my kids. So, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, fear is not, it's not real as in comparison to love. Love is what Allah built the universe off of. It's the highest elevation of understanding and the only force and power from the beginning, from the inception of the universe.
Basically, fear is love is somebody kill for you behind. Fear is somebody will kill you behind for. So if somebody fears you, they'll kill you. If somebody loves you, they'll kill for you.
Yeah.
You understand? So
good way to put it.
If you ruling off of fear, you're not a good leader.
Right. And most kings or gods that we see who were unrighteous, they ruled out of or off of fear. Like they made the people fear them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's what happened with the nation of Islam. That's why it failed. Because the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, he led off of love. Love black people. He taught us to love ourselves.
Yes.
But when, the Malcolm X incident happened and everything else, it started being these niggas running around shooting and everything else. They wanted people to fear, like, oh, we gonna get them.
Yeah.
That ain't the love. Love would have been like, hey, Malcolm, you gonna do your thing? Hey, man, but stop talking about our leader, our righteous leader. You know what I'm saying? Just like the father. Hey, father, hey, man, hey, y'all making us look bad as Muslims, man. Y'all got to change our name because people looking at y'all as us. All right, cool. You know what? You're right. We're going to do this. Respect. I said the deepest thing you can give a person is respect. You understand? So I respect that. Y'all do y'all thing, we do ours. That's love. Yeah. Because I still pay homage to the most honorable Elijah Muhammad who put me in my position right now to have my own nation.
True indeed.
I still can't go against that.
True indeed.
No, I respect him that much. I love him that much to do that.
True
to
indeed.
Say, look, yeah, I'm out here still wilding. I'm not gonna affiliate myself with you and what you got going on because if I'm sending people back to the temple, the people still need you. Yeah, they need me, but they also need you.
Well, this is what the father taught. Unbeknownst to a lot of 5%ers today, they don't see any connection between the father and the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. But the father may have left the mosque, but he never left the teachings of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad.
Leave the teachings, and the lessons came from the wisdom book.
I mean,
and then people say, "This is what kills me, God." See, that's why I know half of these gods are new gods. Even if they old gods, they still new gods. Because, or you're not being honest.
Yeah.
Because you can sit there and say, oh, those are not the same lessons. Only thing that's different about the lessons is a couple of words from the wisdom book. Let's be honest. And you added the supreme alphabetics, supreme alphabet. The actual facts are the same exact lessons. The solo facts are the same exact lessons. The 1 through 14 is the same exact thing. The 1 through 36, same. The 1 through 10, same. Yeah. Tell me where the difference is. Some people say the father took out skunk of the planet Earth. And frankly, no, now cipher. Because you can't show and prove it.
Right, so we can stop saying that.
Stop, please stop it. Because nobody responded when I asked the question.
Exactly.
one or two words are changed. So don't sit here and say, oh, that was a different lesson. It's the same lesson. What is the 5%? Let's go to the knowledge equality degree in the 1 through 40. Same exact lesson that the Nation of Islam got. So a 5%er is known as the same thing in both nations. You can't say a 5% is different in the Nation of Islam than it is in the Nation of Gods and Earth. Exactly. It's the same exact 5%, right? Yeah. So if a person said he a Muslim God, I respect from him what he's saying, because
just from the root.
If he's a 5%er, I'm a 5%er.
Yeah. Yeah.
What can I do? Can I refute what he's saying? I can't validate his godhood.
And Elijah Muhammad and Master Fard Muhammad makes 5%ers. They were the one who initiated the term. Every time somebody asks you the question in the 16th degree in the 1 to 40, who's the 5% on this poor part of the planet Earth? Sure, that question that you're saying is Master Fard Muhammad asking the question, and the one giving the answer that all 5%ers quote today is the Honorable Elijah Muhammad.
He didn't ask it to the father. He didn't ask father the question.
No, the father was a baby at this time. Literally.
Yeah, literally.
The father was born, what, 1928? This was in 1934?
1931.
1931, I'm sorry, yeah. So, you know, he was a baby at this point, you know. But the thing about it is, you know, it's just, you know, brothers got to go back to the root, man. That's all it is. I mean, all of this, you know, oh, well, Elijah Muhammad put the wisdom before the knowledge. But when we answer the knowledge God degree in the 1 to 40, what is the meaning of civilization? Look at the answer the messenger gives you.
True indeed.
It's the same answer almost that the father built the supreme mathematics off of.
I know how the gods don't go back to the root, though. I figured it out.
Well, they don't go back because they're scared. They're
scared because they're gonna have to face it. They're gonna have to face the truth.
When I was Nation of Gods and Earth, and I used to get into debates with brothers in the Nation of Islam, whether they were in the mosque or they was 5%ers on the street, Muslim guards. Yo, I would always have fear in my heart, because I'm like, yo, these niggas finna bomb my ass, because like they know their stuff. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's like, you know, you would ask questions and they already know the answers. And they're just looking at you like, do you know, or better yet, do you understand?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? It's like a child, like I said, growing up in a household where he sees his mother and father talking and having certain discussions or whatever, but he doesn't really understand what's going on. And there could be problems in the relationship. There could be financial issues going on, but the child is not old enough yet to understand that. But then when they reach 30, 40 years old, they could look back and be like, yeah, I remember my parents were having marital problems or issues because of, you know, the root of it was financial, or, you know, finances, or the root of it was, you know, sexual, you know what I'm saying? You know, being, you know, unfaithful, or whatever the case may be. You're old enough now to understand. When we look at the firstborn students that the father had, these were teenagers. So we can't look to them to understand what the father was talking about back then. And the father in them was what, 35, 40 years old. These guys are teenagers. You know, so this is the reason why I always tell people,
you know what though, God?
Go to the root.
Now, God, this is what it is, man. These guards, and I'm Nation of Gods on Earth, these guards, though, they think just because a guard can quote a degree that he knows the degree. That's the problem. Oh, you don't know your degree. You stumbling over your lessons. You can't quote your degrees. Just because you can quote your degrees don't mean you did the knowledge and writing exact. Because your C and my C are totally different. I can show and prove my C, and your C, my C comes from the root.
It doesn't mean anything.
Your C comes from some hocus pocus. You know, when you sit there and say that only a woman could be a Muslim, but when I look at the degree in the 1 through 36 and says he his own self, I'm coming from the root, because my root is, all right, you said only a female could be a Muslim because she submits to Allah. I'm gonna go to the root and say, all right, 1931, for Muhammad was asking these questions to the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, and they were both male. They were both Muslim.
Yeah.
So I'm talking about the root where the lessons come from. I ain't talking about, oh, then you might say, well, the father changed it. Well, when the father got the lessons, he was a Muslim. He didn't get the lessons as a female.
That's actual fact.
He wasn't a faggot. He was a Muslim.
He was a man, right.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody in there was Muslim.
Yeah.
So when did they become female?
I mean, you know, the lesson in the 1 to 30 and the 1 to 14, you know, they ask you know who was the FOI, you know, who was the M.G.T.
Yeah.
And so you see the distinguishing
factor.
And the
1 to 14, yeah.
And, you know, in that right there, showing you the male and the female. But they both, in that same 13th and 14th degree, it tells you his own self is a righteous Muslim.
Yeah.
So it's letting you know that the male first was given order and direction. You know what I'm saying?
God, the whole 1 through 36, and nowhere in the 1 through 36 do it say anything about a female at all.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the whole 1 through 36 doesn't mention not one thing about a female.
Right.
You understand?
Right. Exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
Exactly. And that's what I said. Once you turn to the 1 to 14 now you see the question, what is the FOI? What is the M.G.T?
God.
You know, this is the whole nother degree, but in the 1 to 36, it already told you the own self of the male. And we know that the female, we say that she's secondary but necessary. She's secondary because God first had to understand himself. And then the messenger said, while understanding himself, he looked within himself and he saw a companion.